This one's always special.
So we're up and running. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. This familiar tale ready to be retold. Kukçu. Neymar. Oh, he's bustling through here. Albert Ferrer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Can he finish? Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Schlotterbeck. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Neymar. Cruyff. Passing is crisp and sharp. Shot could be on. Varane gets rid without sophistication. Otto. And he's gone backward here. Vieri. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. Cruyff. Puskás. Otto. Puskás. Cruyff. And this is Neymar. And he's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he was quick to react. Batistuta. Now it's Vieri. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And he's straight offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Kukçu. Knocks it into space. It's Bale! Oh, it's hit the post! He's given the time to pick a pass. Puskás can see things others simply cannot. Now that's well seen too.
Santos clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
And it's Xabi Alonso. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Messi threads one in. Messi! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Messi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Strokes it back. Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! A real chance and a real let-off. Davids. Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Vieri. It's Vieri! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Batistuta looks to get on the end of this.
Palmeiras truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Knocks it out wide, and it's made its way to him. Cruyff. Ambitious ball here. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Out towards the flank. Davids. Now it's Neymar. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Vieri. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that was never going to make it. Now, he's got space here. It's played through for him. Oh, important interception. Roberto Carlos. Now Schlotterbeck. And it's Kukçu. Xavi Alonso. And it's Cruyff. And it's Neymar. Puskás. Now Davids. Neymar. Batistuta, given the lift of his goal. Tries to play it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Batistuta. Santos appear to be happy to let their front players... Has a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Palmeiras still chasing a one-goal deficit here. And they win it back again. "60 minutes played. Now it's Messi. Now it's Batistuta. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Roberto Carlos. He's found some space. Ah, that's a fine interception.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he's intervened well there. Odo. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Neymar. Rafael Varane. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Puskás. Bale picks it up out wide. Oh, it's a great ball here. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to belt it away. Neymar! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Kukçu. Oh, it's come loose. Now, can they get him away? Kukçu. And this is Bale. There's the shot! Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Palmeiras really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And this is Bale. And that's really well manoeuvred. Great ball if he can get there. Messi. Great vision. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, this looks sharp. Tries to pass it through. And Batistuta! That pass isn't the best. He's tried one! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. He is through here! Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he plays one through. Good take. And he shoots! It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all...
Well, there's no doubting the pedigree of both Palmeiras and Santos. But it's also fair to say that both teams are currently yearning for better times. Derbies mean more when the chips are down, and this is a game that neither can afford to lose. For one of these teams, the journey back to the top of the Brazilian game may begin right here. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need to...
Takes a shot! Oh, didn't catch it right.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
And this is Batistuta. Now it's Vieri. And here's Messi. And it's Neymar. And this... And the finish! Tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Palmeiras clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Neymar. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Great vision. And he's worked it through. Big chance! Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Santos! There is the breakthrough. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Palmeiras really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, what a ball! Neymar gets flagged offside. Albert Ferrer. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really... It's Vieri! They've scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Neymar. And this is Puskás. Neymar.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's through here. Schlotterbeck cuts out the pass. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Kukçu. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Batistuta. Great ball if he can get there. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this to extend their lead. As you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Vieri. Now Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Crossed in again. Punched away. Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Messi. Can he get on the end of this? He's in plenty of space here. Odo. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Kukçu. Played back. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rafael Varane. Rijkaard. Davids. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Vieri. Davids. And he's forced to go back. And it's Batistuta. That's a cute ball. Kukçu. Neymar. Now it's Messi. Now it's Puskás. Now it's Neymar. And we hit half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. And the second half gets underway.
Palmeiras really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Kukçu. Cruyff. Puskás. Now it's Bale. Odo. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Bale. No, again, there's no way through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vieri! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Yes! It is no contest. It is a landslide. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Big chance! Brought out the best in the keeper.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Palmeiras with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Roberto Carlos plays it short. And this is Cruyff.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Bale, Beckenbauer gets a foot in here. It's a good run down the left-hand side. That looks a good ball through. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 30, camisa 18.
Palmeiras have the chance to go the other way. Albert Ferrer. Rafael Varane has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Kukçu. Rijkaard does well to stand firm and defend it. Looking tidy in possession here. And it's Neymar. He's having a go!
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. Cruyff looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely shaped ball. Searching pass he's played there. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Neymar. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And he's picked it up out wide. And he's only two... It's Neymar! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Van Nistelrooy. It's a goal kick. Kukçu. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Neymar. Ball played for Kukçu. Distributed tidily. Plays a sharp little ball here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, no joy this time. Now he's got space here, and he's intervened well there. Can he get it through? That has ended up in no man's land. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Davids. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, there was plenty on that.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Neymar. Deixando o campo para a entrada de
Kukçu.
camisa 9.
2 minutes to be added on. Oh, that's a key interception. Over to the left. Mbappe. Davids. Out to the left it goes. Wriggles his way through. Tries the cross. Can he finish? Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Palmeiras suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. The end of the game. Reflections?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. it's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts.
Well, there's no doubting the pedigree of both Palmeiras and Santos. But it's also fair to say that both teams are currently yearning for better times. Derbies mean more when the chips are down, and this is a game that neither can afford to lose. For one of these teams, the journey back to the top of the Brazilian game may begin right here. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Yeah, well,
And the finish! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Alonso knocks it out wide. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Kukçu opts for safety. It's not an especially good pass, that. Palmeiras are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. And it's Batistuta. And the shot! Goal! Santos! First blood drawn. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Palmeiras finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Odo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a sharp pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. Palmeiras are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. That's a shade optimistic. And that was very necessary. Neymar. Xavi Alonso.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And this is Vieri. Schlotterbeck. And it's Kukçu. Roberto Carlos. Puskás. Looking for the run. Albert Ferrer calmly anticipates. And it's Neymar. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And this is Vieri. There's the header! No, not the best of headers. Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Ball driven towards the far. Terrific header! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Santos looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of bowlers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose. If they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Batistuta. Good ball over the top. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pass is just off target. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Passing nice and neat.
Palmeiras truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Big chance! It's Vieri! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Yeah, but that's the threat posed by teams that have those kind of players who are willing to make those types of runs.
And it's Cruyff. Xavi Alonso. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Beckenbauer. And it's Xavi Alonso. Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. No, again there's no way through. Vieri chasing after it. Santos have it back and can go again. Aimed beyond the defence. Might be... Bale! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Palmeiras are still behind by one, despite having a golden opportunity to equalise.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Roberto Carlos. Good running, strong and purposeful. That is good alertness. Davids. Rijkaard. And he was quick to react. Not the most accurate pass. Can he get it through? Oh, perfectly measured that. Takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Messi. A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And here's Vieri. Knocks it into space. Palmeiras still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Kukçu tries to play it through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Strokes it back.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? He's scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Santos are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket, it's just a stern lecture. He's having a good look here.
Well, I suppose from the opposition's viewpoint, this was to be avoided.
Bale! This their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Decent chance! And yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Out for a throw. Played in deep. And that has been cleared. And the shot! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And that is expertly dealt with.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And Van Nistelrooy! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Van Nistelrooy clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Xavi Alonso.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bale. 4 extra minutes added on. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Cruyff. Santos have got it back and they'll have another go. Can he get on the end of this? And the referee brings it to a close. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Puskás claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
My thanks to Jim alongside me. Well, this is a derby that is certainly unique, and one that might perhaps lack the star power of past editions. But with both teams desperately attempting to claw themselves back to the top of the pile, you can rest assured that it will be feisty and fiercely competitive from the get-go. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course, you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Batistuta. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Rafael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter, he's tough in the tackle, and a very good reader of the game. If something goes wrong when the opposition break through, he's got the pace to get back and make a vital intervention.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Now that's well seen too. Roberto Carlos. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Cruyff. Bale. Oh, that's nice. And it's Kukçu.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And he plays one through. Varane makes the interception. And here's Messi. Neymar elects to cross. Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Now, can they get him away? Neymar plays it in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Looking for options for movement. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Puskás plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Messi. Out towards the flank. Look at this. Messi! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Vieri, it's Vieri! Goal! Santos! There is the breakthrough!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Vieri. Looking for the run. Good ball, good take. Decent chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Messi! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Beckenbauer. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. The message is clear, none shall pass. Now it's Messi.
Palmeiras truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Kukçu. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Cruyff. Oh, well measured. Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that's a key interception. Xavi Alonso. That's good running with the ball. Odo. Kukçu. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Albert Ferrer. Great vision. Oh, played through for the wide man. That is ended up in no man's land. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. And we're underway again.
Palmeiras really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Neymar. And it's Davids. Knocks it out wide. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kukçu. Neymar. Palmeiras finding their passes. Rafael Varane. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Schmeichel claims it, safe hands. Cruyff. Not the most convincing of passes. Odo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Santos can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Rijkaard. And this is Vieri. Now it's Batistuta. That's a delicate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Palmeiras are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Puskás.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Beckenbauer. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Vieri. Neymar. Now Davids. And it's Batistuta. Now this could be a chance. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. No, again there's no way through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Messi. Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cruyff. And that's a nicely shaped ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Just no time to dwell on the ball there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played out wide. He can get that clear. Palmeiras have got it back and they'll have another go. And he welcomes it in. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Santos clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Has a look and plays it forward. And no, that was never going to make it. Odo. And it's Kukçu.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
That's good vision.
Santos can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Vieri. It's Vieri! And with that, the final whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like
Well, there's no doubting the pedigree of both Palmeiras and Santos. But it's also fair to say that both teams are currently yearning for better times. Derbies mean more when the chips are down, and this is a game that neither can afford to lose. For one of these teams, the journey back to the top of the Brazilian game may begin right here. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contact. Tries from distance. Too much on that, it's gone out. And the through ball, and this is Messi. He's had a shot! Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Kukçu. Oh no, this does not look good. Now it's Vieri. And there's green grass ahead of him. And this is Messi. And Messi! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And that's been won straight back. Kukçu. And it's Neymar. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Varane gets it clear. Now Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying.
He's having a shot! And he's gone direct here. And no, that was never going to make it. Lovely, now then. Vieri. So it is still 0-0. Tries to play it through. And this is Cruyff. Can he finish? He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And this is Vieri. Lovely pass, but goes for a shot! They've scored! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Batistuta. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neymar. Bale. Picked out brilliantly. Khan claims comfortably. And he's straight offside. Now it's Batistuta. Ambitious ball here. Stood up well to him there. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Batistuta. Goes for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's well spotted. Keeper's got good distance on that. Batistuta. Santos have reclaimed it. Messi. Messi! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That's an imaginative pass. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. And it's Xavi Alonso. Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. Cruyff gets flagged offside. And he's there to retrieve it. Roberto Carlos. Albert Ferrer with the slide tackle there. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Bale. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff is wide and looking to get onto this. And here's Kokchu. Quality ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Out to the left it goes. He has found the way through. Real chance! This possibly the last play of the half. Roberto Carlos goes short. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And so we're off again. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Schmeichel. And it's Messi. And it's been played through. Batistuta. Back towards the middle. Santos looking to get their possession game going. And Batistuta! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Roberto Carlos going full steam ahead down the left flank. Bale.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's forced to go back. Santos are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Bale shoots! And it's come back out to him. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Schlotterbeck. Roberto Carlos. Puskás can see things others simply cannot. Passing is crisp and sharp. He has a look up. And it's Xabi Alonso. And this is Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Davids. And here's Vieri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Such good technique.
Messi! Goal! Santos! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And he welcomes it in. He's shifting through the gears here.
Palmeiras really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Beckenbauer attempts a clearance. Puskás. Roberto Carlos. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Santos
Goes for the shot! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
It's a really well-measured ball. Otto could try cutting inside here. That is a brilliant interception.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Bale. That has been cut short. Threads one in. Otto kept his eye on it, and he's there. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bale. Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Cruyff. He's tried one! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. Neymar looking to run onto it. He's picked his way through. It's Neymar! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong.
Santos really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Played down the flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Hoisted in. Schlotterbeck gets rid without sophistication. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Neymar. Puskás. Now it's Bale. And that could set him on his way. And he's well positioned here. Oh, right place, right time. And that is that. Palmeiras played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
of great goals too. Give him the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos very short. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Albert Ferrer, he's making a foray down the right. Can he get on the end of this? Point, somewhat off target.
Oh, good take in a good area.
Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Failed to get
Saber que dar um gol no rabo para dar gol para porra. A domínio da bola e toca errado.
Stubbornly stood up very well for his man. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, Red, nice interception. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And he's in on front, that is Futa! And the ball's come loose here. passing.
Isso.
Messi.
Bora.
David. Van Nistelrooy. Messi could try cutting inside here. Oh, that's a key interception. Xavi Alonso pinches it off him. Palmeiras have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Fail. That has ended up in no man's land. Into the last 5 minutes. Xavi Alonso. Kuchu. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Messi. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. That has not gone well. Threads one in. He's in space and looking for options. Crossing. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Ronaldinho. Morientes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos. And this is Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that will be it. Palmeiras can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Morientes claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, how will we look back on that?
Palmeiras really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity.
O cara sai dando pra quê, meu filho? Você sai dali da marcação.
Well, this is a derby that is certainly unique and one that might perhaps lack the star power of past editions. But with both teams desperately attempting to claw themselves back to the top of the pile, you can rest assured that it will be feisty and fiercely competitive from the get-go. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
The action has already started, and the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. A game this so far beyond the ordinary. And here's Vieri. Batistuta! Now it's Messi. Great vision. Vieri's cross. Oh, that was vital. He's had a shot! So, a breakthrough already. Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho. Varane calmly anticipates. Can he get on the end of this? He can... It's Vieri!
Good save. Keeper read that well. Well, he was sure he was going to pull that off.
Xavi Alonso kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And this is Vieri! And again the keeper stands strong. Ronaldinho. Xavi Alonso. And it's Stoichkov. Quarter of an hour played. He's a sharp little ball here. Quick look, then plays it in. Beckenbauer is there, and he can get that clear. Shoots! It goes to show he is human after all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Schlotterbeck deals with that comfortably. There will be a throw-in.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he plays one through. It is a corner, good chance. Palmeiras with the corner, there first. They've played it short. That'll be a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. And it's Cruyff. Nice sequence of passes, this. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Oh, good take in a good area. Great chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Messi. Not takes a shot. Bale opts for safety. Some resolute defending there. Neymar. Davids. Now it's Batistuta. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is...
And Batistuta! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Batistuta brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Now it's Vieri. Xabi Alonso puts his foot on the gas. Palmeiras finding their passes. Now it's Ronaldinho. And this is Cruyff. In it comes.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Just eases him off the ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kukçu. Schlotterbeck. And it's Roberto Carlos. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi. He is just caressing the ball. Applies the finish! And he's managed to get rid. Threads one in. And this is Bale. He's picked his way through. Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the...
He's got tall! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Odo is one whose deliveries we all know about. Rijkaard. Nice nicely shaped ball. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Messi. Messi! Oh, it's hit the post. That is a super hit, but it was always just off target. Oh, there's a probing ball, aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Neymar. Ronaldinho, quietly revving up. Now it's Stoichkov. Palmeiras, still this single goal behind. Shot could be on. Look at this, there's the shot! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, good-looking ball. Vieri. No, that's been intercepted. No way through. And it's Messi. Neymar. Ronaldinho. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Bale. Tries a deft little ball. Kupchu gets flagged offside. Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. Ronaldinho. Oh, he's got a side of goal. And this is Cruyff. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Stoichkov. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, good ball! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Palmeiras have themselves a chance from the spot. Or placement. And that's one back. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Ronaldinho. And it's Kukçu. That is ended up in no man's land.
Palmeiras really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Has a look and plays it forward. Kukçu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kukçu was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Messi. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, that's neat. Neymar. Mbappe. And the finish! Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Xabi Alonso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
That has been cut short. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, what's he giving here? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Quality ball. Goes for the shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Four extra minutes added on. Takes aim and crosses. He's cut it out. Bale. Oh, that's well spotted. Stoichkov. Ronaldinho. There's the man who is effective. Oh, what has happened here? There's no flag. Tries a shot! Yes, he's done it! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.